This is a tough one, so buckle up. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So greatly appreciate it. Truly, truly is. Before we get started, let me give you my usual disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. Please do not take what I say as fact. Please always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so. It's so greatly appreciated. It truly, truly is. Okay. Let me also say this. This story is very much in its infancy. I'm assuming that you've at the very least heard bits and pieces of this because it's so huge. I am not going to jeopardize this family getting the justice that they deserve. So I'm going to keep any sort of speculation out of this as best I can and focus mainly on this beautiful family, all of their accomplishments, and try to keep the negative details to a minimum. Plus, I also feel like that's mostly what they are focusing on, obviously. So, a lot of who they were, I feel like kind of got lost in this. So, I wanted, let's bring that to light because that's more important right now, right? So, brothers Jasdeep Singh and Amandeep Singh immigrated to America in the early 2000s, and they worked tirelessly for 18 years to build up their family's short haul, long haul trucking company. Their company would transport water, soda, chips, juice, stuff like that all over the country. This business would help them support their wives, their children, and their parents, who they all lived under the same roof together. Their father is a retired doctor, and their mom is a retired Department of Education worker. 39-year-old Amandeep Singh Derry. Okay, oh, that's the other thing. So the Singh is like a middle name. One of their relatives explained this. The Singh is a middle name, and the Derry is the last name. So it's 39-year-old Amandeep Singh Derry. He was married to Jaspreet Kaur, and the couple had two children together, a 6-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter. Amandeep was described as an amazing father who loved to cuddle his son and read to his daughter. He would routinely donate food to shelters, and the entire family, all of them, were described as very religious people who lived very simple lives. 36-year-old Jasdeep Singh Derry and 27-year-old Jasleen Kaur were married in India 3 years ago, and they would later be reconnected in America 2 years ago after Jasleen's immigration paperwork went through. And they had a beautiful little 8-month-old baby girl together named Aruhi. It has been alleged that the Singh family had an ongoing feud with a disgruntled ex-employee named Jesus Manuel Salgado. 48-year-old Jesus Manuel Salgado has quite the rap sheet. He was previously convicted of first-degree robbery with the use of a firearm, attempted false imprisonment, and an attempt to dissuade a witness after he held a family that he worked for at point and forced them to follow his orders. This was on December 19th, 2005. The owner of the home pulls into his garage. He says that's when Salgado opened his driver's side door with a firearm in hand and pointed it at him. The man's wife, daughter, and the daughter's friend were inside the home at the time. Bound the man's hands behind his back, took his wallet, and demanded the PIN number for his cards, telling him that he better not lie to him because he was taking his daughter with him for the ride. So, of course, the man gives him his PIN number. Take it. From there, Salgado walks inside the home and he orders the wife to open the safe for him. He grabs large amounts of cash and jewelry out of the safe. After this, he orders the entire family to go into the swimming pool and tells them that he would come back and them if they call authorities. After this, he left and the family calls 911. Thankfully, everybody is okay. Nobody's harmed in this instance, and police were able to find and arrest him just one day later. Oh, and he was on parole at the time of this incident. In 2007, he was sentenced to 11 years in prison for these charges and was released from jail in 2015. So that's 8 years. And then he was discharged from parole just 3 years later. Okay, so let's break down the series of events that took place on October 3rd, 2022. Jasdeep's brown minivan arrives. Then at 8:39, Amandeep arrives in his pickup. At 8:58 a.m., Jasdeep comes out the back door and there's an individual walking by. Jasdeep makes contact with who would later be the suspect, and the two walk together. The suspect has trash bags in his hand. Jasdeep walks up to the building, and the suspect walks up the ramp. He then puts down the trash bag and pulls out the firearm, and he enters the business. There's no video inside of the business, so they don't know what happened once they entered the building because there are no cameras in there. At 9:11 a.m., the back door opens. The suspect and his firearm emerge. Then Jasdeep and Amandeep come out with their hands zip-tied behind their backs. He puts them in the backseat of their pickup truck and they leave. This is at 9:13 a.m. At 9:19 a.m., the vehicle comes back. The same suspect gets out and goes back inside the building. Then, less than 1 minute later, Jasleen comes out holding 8-month-old Arohi in her arms. Jasleen is then put into the backseat of the truck and the truck leaves. At this point, from here on out, the truck leaves and none of the victims, suspect, or suspect's vehicle are seen at the business again. Salgado's younger brother, 41-year-old Alberto Salgado, was arrested last Thursday and accused of criminal conspiracy, accessory, and destroying evidence. There is a GoFundMe up. If you can donate and you want to help this family, go ahead. If you can't, that's fine too. I'm just telling you there is a GoFundMe up, and so if you can donate, fine. If not, I think if you just say a prayer for this family, just pray that, oh my God, I can't imagine this. All of them, every last one of them, keep them in your thoughts and your prayers, and I think that they would be happy with even that, because, oh my God, are they going to need it. They are going to need it. This whole community is going to need it. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Again, if you guys know anything or have heard anything that I've missed, please put it down in the comment section. Let me know. And until next time, stay safe out there. Please, please, please keep this family in your prayers. Oh my God, this is just horrible. This is horrible. And keep me posted if you guys hear anything, and I will absolutely keep you guys posted. So until next time, stay safe out there. The discovery of the kidnapping was first brought to authorities' attention at around 11:30 a.m. that same morning, when California Fire was dispatched for a report of a 2020 Dodge Ram truck that had been set on fire. When the highway patrol tried to get in touch with the car's owner, Amandeep Singh, they were unsuccessful. At 12:35 p.m. that same day, Merced Police Department were dispatched to Amandeep Singh's residence. Obviously, the police were unable to get in touch with Amandeep, but they were able to reach a different family member who also attempted to reach out to Amandeep, Jasdeep, and Jasleen, but their attempts were unsuccessful. At 1:04 p.m., the sheriff's office was dispatched to the family's trucking company, and that is when they discovered that a kidnapping had taken place. But at this point, they still don't know the identity of their suspect. Tuesday, October 4th, 2022, police, which is a day later, police learned that an ATM card belonging to one of the victims was used. It is then that they are able to identify their suspect as 48-year-old Salgado. But before police were able to apprehend him, they learned that he was in the hospital from a failed attempt to unalive himself. And I'm so happy that he failed. I am over the moon ecstatic that he failed at taking the coward's way out. I am so happy that he failed, and I hope that he has to sit through trial, and I hope that he has to rot. I do. 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. The family of 4 were found in an orchard by a worker who was harvesting trees. Officers said that all 4 of the family members were found relatively close to each other, and it is being said that the baby was not, but they have not said how the baby ultimately passed. They did say that her mommy was holding her when she was... Oh my God. This is terrible. This is just awful. This is just, oh my God. You have to be a special kind of scumbag to do stuff like this. You got to be a special kind of garbage, you know. You have to be a special kind of scumbag. The sheriff did say that there is a special place in hell for this guy, and I couldn't agree with him more. It is said that they're going to seek the penalty, and I pray to God that they get it. Because if anyone deserves it, this monster deserves it. Jaylene Kaur's sister-in-law told the Indian Express that they cannot believe this loss. Her mother, Gurmeet, and her farmer father, Gurnam, were out of state and were not able to speak. But if I find that they have spoken out before I upload this, I will definitely include it.